It's Handi Hacks with the Bionic Man.
For this episode of Handi Hacks with the Bionic Man, we're going to look at how to help with meals even if you have limited mobility and can't be on your feet for more than a few minutes at a time. I've learned that I can help out my family by cooking many items at the table while sitting in the chair. My dad, who also had severe rheumatoid arthritis, introduced me to this, and I have very fond memories of him making all of us waffles at the table on Sunday evenings. My RA showed up when I was 13 years old on my left ankle. Even today, my ankles are probably the biggest limitation to my day-to-day activity. Whenever I'm on my feet, the timer is running and I'm planning out the most efficient way to do what I need and look for where to sit down next. These days, more than 5 minutes or so is when I know that real trouble is perilously close. Once when I was about 30, I was building a deck surround for a hot tub on our screen porch. Being in much better shape back then, I tended to push my limits in order to get a project like this done. The big mistake I made was that when I started feeling the pain, I took the pain medicine and then just kept on working. When the medicine wore off, my ankles felt like eggshells that would collapse at any second. I had to stay in bed until they recovered a day or so later. For me, there's a very fine line between being able to do things that I want and not even being able to stand the next day. Listening to your body and understanding your limits can be a real challenge. So what can you do? Adapt and find different ways to work around your limitations. I like to help with meals when I can, but I can't really be up and about getting ingredients and putting together a family meal. I do use a tall swivel stool to do some cooking at the stove, but sitting parallel to the cooking surface can make reaching difficult, and my legs always get in the way. The best cooking tool that I've found is an electric griddle. I use it at my place at the table where I can get close enough to cook and have my legs comfortably under the table. The Presto 22-inch electric griddle is what I've been using at home for a number of years. Non-stick surfaces eventually wear out, but this one has held up quite well. I really like the removable handles, which make it easy to clean and store. I do need help getting the griddle set up, but after that, I'm head chef right at the table. Patience in cooking is one of my superpowers. Getting the grilled cheese just right or the French toast cooked through but not dry is a bit of an art form. Yeah, my wife is very particular about her French toast. Slow cooking bacon, I'm your man. Always remember, though, that the surface gets very hot and you have to be especially careful not to burn yourself and make sure others give it a wide berth as well. When the griddle cools off, the handles and legs come off and the cooking surface is quite simple to clean. After it's dry, everything fits nicely into a tall cabinet right next to our dishwasher. I really like the fact that the electric griddle makes it possible for me to make some meals for my wife and son on a regular basis. They do a lot for me, and cooking like this helps me feel a part of the giving side of the equation rather than the receiving side where I spend more time on account of my disability. So for this episode, my pick for an electric griddle is the Presto 07061 22-inch electric griddle with removable handles, which gets the Handi Hacks seal of approval. No need to worry about my ankle timer screaming at me. With my spatula in hand, I can bring some mealtime happiness to my family and some personal pride for myself on the side. Sitting down on the job is a wonderful feeling.